6.
It is up, and it is good! And South Dakota has shocked North Dakota State.
Shocked is the word at the Fargo Dome, a game to watch until the very end. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Krista Boehm. The Bison just wrapped up on KVLY after taking on South Dakota, and Alex Egan joins us right away. And Alex, it was a game watched down to the second.
Yeah, thank you very much, Krista. Another thrilling finish at the Fargo Dome. Unfortunately for Bison Nation, this one doesn't go the way of the Herd, and it doesn't see the Herd come out on top. North Dakota State led 14-0, but South Dakota would come back in the first half to tie the game at 14. NDSU's offense was shut out in the second half as South Dakota takes advantage of it, scoring a touchdown in the fourth quarter. Carson Wentz and company can't put a drive together to respond. And as you just saw, South Dakota shocks the number 2 team in the country. A 33-yard field goal with time expiring. 24-21 the final. For the first time ever, South Dakota wins in the Fargo Dome, and they collect their first Missouri Valley Conference win since 2013. The loss also snaps NDSU's 26-game home winning streak. In just a few minutes in sports, I'll have complete highlights, plus we'll hear from the team.
All right, thank you, Alex. We'll look forward to seeing you in sports in just a bit. And as MSU Moorhead fans look to be enjoying the fall temps with a little tailgating of their own. This is homecoming weekend for the Dragons. The university may have been a little bit chillier today. To help keep warm, the barbecue was cooking. But let's go to our Valley News Live storm chaser, Eric Whitehill, who joins us with more on those chillier numbers. Eric?
Thank you very much, Krista. We did get off to a very cool start this morning with temperatures in the teens for certain areas, but this afternoon, temperatures warmed up quite nicely into those 50s to near 60 degrees, 59 for the afternoon high temperature in Aberdeen. Taking a quick look at our radar here, very clear, very quiet. We do have some high clouds off into Canada, but that's not really going to affect us, though. Taking a look at the rest of our evening here in Fargo, temperatures are going to slowly drop off into those upper 30s here by midnight. Winds, however, are going to start to pick up, and really, Krista, that's going to be the story for tomorrow. I'll have full details for you in just a couple of minutes.
A man is in custody after crashing a stolen car and running from police early this morning in Fargo. Jeremiah Two Bears was arrested after he crashed into a tree on the 1600 block of East Gateway Circle and attempted to run from police. He faces a list of charges, including possession of drug paraphernalia, driving under the influence and under suspension, reckless driving, and fleeing from an officer. He also had 2 warrants out for his arrest. Douglas and Pope County Sheriff's Departments are still searching for an 18-year-old last seen on Wednesday. They're looking for Laura Schwendeman of Kensington, Minnesota. She was last seen in Alexandria Wednesday at the Holiday gas station on 50th Avenue around 9:30 at night. If you have any information, contact the Douglas or Polk County Sheriff's Office. And you can follow the latest on this along with the latest weather and breaking news updates anytime on your Facebook feed. Just search Valley News Live, like our page, and get all the updated details. A potato warehouse is a total loss after a fire east of Grafton, North Dakota. Multiple crews responded to the Campbell Farms potato warehouse just after midnight. Crews from Grafton, Minto, and Park River had to haul in water since hydrants were not nearby. The cause is under investigation. A mom and dad in Grand Forks are concerned about what they were told is a gray area after an accident at a daycare that left their child with a fractured skull. Nash is 11 months old, and he started at the United Day Nursery in Grand Forks a little over a month ago. An employee there took him and another baby to the changing table, and while she was changing the other baby, Nash fell nearly 3 feet from the table, causing a skull fracture and 2 areas of bleeding in his brain. During an investigation, the family found out the employee lied about what happened. With the evidence, charges were still not filed.
You have the state's attorney call you and say, hey, we can't pursue it, but if the injuries would have been more severe, that we would have been it would have been out of that gray area. It's like, are you serious?
Despite the evidence, this family fears that without charges, the employee will be able to care for other children after seriously injuring their son. Court documents say that she was only required to take 2 online courses to work in the baby room at the nursery. Art that has taken days, weeks, or even years to create has turned to ash. The annual Art Burn for the Fargo-Moorhead Visual Artists Group is part of a ceremony. Artists say the idea is to release finished work and make room for new creations. Several people brought their paintings, models, and drawings to burn.
Some of our members have been holding on to their work since, a year or 2 ago, knowing that the Art Burn event was going to happen. But some of our members went home to their studios after our meeting this morning and just collected as much as they could that they were ready to move on from.
Around 25 artists who come out to burn their art every year. And one local woman is trying to help those struggling through life to find purpose, but in a unique way. To be able to help even more people, she's working with a new stable built in Horace. Valley News Team's Macy Anger learned about how a horse can make a difference in someone's life without even getting on the saddle.
Let your own thoughts and feelings drive you here.
Norma Gilstrap went through a divorce a year ago and had to work through becoming a single mom.
It was a very vulnerable time, and it helped me see things a little more clearly and be more confident navigating through that.
It gives you permission by standing there.
She found a life coach whose partner doesn't need to say a whole lot.
If a horse is over there and it looks at you and it comes up to you, there is no greater feeling in the world.
No saddle is needed. From the ground, the horse and student work to find a connection. Life coach Martha Olson says with that bond, she can help those struggling jump over their personal hurdles.
I like to tell people you can learn a lot about being a human from a horse.
I can talk to someone else and maybe I might have pretty words and say, hey, I'm fine, everything's great. But the horse intuitively mirrors what I'm really feeling and maybe what I'm not saying. And that's pretty powerful.
Gilstrap is now blazing her own trail and is confident she can with the help of her friend and 4 hooves. In Horace, Macy Anger, Valley News Live.
Now to find out more information on horse song coaching or the new stables Jubilee Equine, just head to valleynewslive.com and click on this story. And it's a feline frenzy. It's drawing a crowd at the Fargo Theater.
And our winds were fairly calm here today, but there's going to be a change for our weather tomorrow. I'll have full details coming up after the break.